Right now, your heart rate is slightly elevated. Your jaw is a little tight. Somewhere in the back of your mind, a low hum of unease is running that you cannot quite name. You are not in danger. Nothing is wrong. So why does your body refuse to believe that? The answer is 200,000 years old, and it is still running inside you at this exact moment. Your brain has a threat detection system so old it predates language, fire, and every civilization that has ever existed. It was built for one job: keep you alive inside a world that was actively trying to kill you every single hour of every single day. And here is the paradox that should stop you cold. That system never received the update. It does not know the predators are gone. It does not know you are sitting in a room with a locked door. It is still scanning, right now, for something that stopped hunting you 10,000 years ago. Neuroscientist Joseph LeDoux at New York University spent decades mapping exactly how this system works. He found that threat signals in the brain travel through two completely separate pathways. The first pathway is fast, recklessly, blindly fast. A signal enters your eye, hits the thalamus, fires straight to the amygdala, and triggers a full-body stress response in 12 milliseconds. 12. Before your conscious mind has processed a single pixel of what you saw, your body is already bracing for impact. LeDoux called this the law road, and it runs entirely without your permission. The second pathway is slower. It routes through the cortex, assembles context, checks memory, and concludes irrationally that the shadow in your peripheral vision was a coat rack, not a predator. But by the time that conclusion arrives, your amygdala has already flooded your blood with cortisol and adrenaline. Your muscles tensed, your digestion paused, your focus narrowed. The slow road arrives too late. The damage, or what your body experiences as damage, is already done. This is why you can know logically that an email is not an emergency and still feel your chest tighten the moment you see it. Your amygdala does not read the subject line. It reads the pattern: urgency, unpredictability, something unresolved. It does not distinguish between a message from your boss and a rustle in tall grass. Both feel like a threat. Both get the same response. Anthropologist Daniel Lieberman at Harvard traced this system back through 2 million years of human evolution. He found that the environments our ancestors survived in were almost never quiet. Predators did not announce themselves. Danger came from every direction simultaneously. A human who paused to evaluate a threat calmly was a human who was eaten. The brain that survived was the one that panicked first and asked questions later. That brain is yours. Here is what that means in practice. Your nervous system was calibrated for a world in which 30% of adult deaths came from violence or predation. It learned to treat silence as suspicious. It learned to find threats in ambiguous information because the cost of a false positive, a moment of unnecessary fear, was zero. But the cost of a missed threat was death. So your brain evolved to overcorrect, permanently, across every generation, every day, every hour, without exception. The result is a system that has no off switch. Research published in the journal Biological Psychiatry found that modern humans spend an average of 47% of their waking hours thinking about something other than what they are actually doing, and the majority of that mind-wandering is not joyful. It loops over potential threats, unresolved conversations. What could go wrong? What has not been secured yet? Your brain is running a threat scan that was designed for the African savanna and has found itself, baffled and overloaded, inside the 21st century. You cannot turn it off, but you can understand what it is doing. The tension in your chest is not weakness. It is 200,000 years of your ancestors refusing to die. Every single one of them felt exactly what you are feeling right now. Every single one of them survived long enough to pass it to you. The system worked. That is the terrifying part. It worked so well that it is still running in a world it was never designed for. And here is something that will stay with you. Ancient humans did not just carry this fear. They had a specific daily ritual to reset it. A practice so effective that modern neuroscience has only recently understood why it worked as well as it did. That is the next question. How did they turn it off when you cannot?